Hey there, my name is Kurn, and I am level 57, and I am attuned Blackwing Lair, and I have the Drakefire Talisman for Onyxia's Lair, but I don't have Molten Core attunement yet. So rather than pug or wait for my brother, a tank, to just be available to run a non-fail group, I decided that I would take care of this by myself immediately. So how am I going to do that? Basically, I'm going to take great advantage of the fact that I am a Night Elf Hunter who has Feign Death and Shadow Meld, and then I'm just a little bit higher than most of the mobs in this instance. That is extremely helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the Dark Iron Highway here and basically drop right before Incendius into the lava. There's some land down there that you can stand on, and I'm going to make my way through that shortcut to get to the bridge, which is ultimately where I want to go. I want to get to the bridge that leads to the Molten Core instance and has the core fragment right next to it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm basically just going to go feign and shadow meld my way through this section, basically. And I'm also going to make use of one invisibility potion. An invisibility potion, by the way, puts itself on cooldown for 10 minutes, and all your other potions on cooldown for 2 minutes. So I'm basically just going to run through here with that invisibility potion as soon as these guys sort of just look at me and then walk away. This is the joy of being just a few levels higher. So I'm going to wait for them to sort of go over there, and I'm going to take my potion, and I'm just going to run past all of these dudes, not have to worry about them. Now, the fire elementals here are somewhat problematic because if you pull one, you pull both. And I'm not really confident that I'm going to be able to kill 2 fire elementals, just me and my pet. So I'm just gonna sort of run through, thread the needle, and I won't pull them. Hopefully I won't pull these guys. Right, but I did pull that third group. So I'm feigning, and I'm gonna shadow meld. And while I'm shadow melded, Feign Death comes off of cooldown. So it's a 30-second cooldown, and I just have to wait for it. So once that's up, I'm gonna run through here, feign again, and shadow meld again. So I'm going to drop down on the left-hand side here into the lava and then get my bearings. There are elementals in the lava. I will be marking them. They are not that easy to see. So yeah, here we go. So the first elemental is actually pretty close. Got to be careful. Normally I would just go from one island to the other, but I thought I'd explore a little bit more. There is a sort of a ledge on the left-hand side, as a previous commenter let me know for one of my old videos, and it does look as though I can walk quite a fair way on the left-hand side. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And normally I would just like sort of stand on that island and heal up. And that bridge in the distance is where I'm going. I'm going to the right-hand side of that bridge, where Molten Core's instance entrance is. So, I'm just gonna keep walking as far as I can. I'm gonna mark more elementals. Right, so this is actually really a close call here. You gotta be very careful. Have those healing potions and bandages ready. Nothing like a good old-fashioned heavy runecloth bandage to mend yourself, basically. I'm going to walk a little bit further here on the ledge, and then I think the ledge ends at that outcrop right here. So I'm now going to try to make it to the left side of that island. I'm going to mark more elementals in the distance. I'm going to take a fire protection potion. This isn't the greater one, this is just the regular one, so it's kind of cheap. So I've got that, and I'm going to go to the leftmost tip of that island, and then I'll be able to recuperate, and then go up a ramp, and then worry about the bridge. I'm also going to wait for my potions to come off of cooldown, because I don't think, even with the fire protection potion, I'm going to be able to make it to the island without being healed. So I'm going to have my healing potion on ready, and I'm going to make sure that the cooldown's up. I'm going to aim for there. So here we go. That protection potion did not last very long. Had to pop a healing potion. Still just barely made it with my life. Bandaged the crap out of myself. Now I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm going to take another fire protection potion, make sure my healing potions are off of cooldown, and go up that ramp sort of in the back on the left. Sorry that I'm like looking at everything right now. It's just I was very, very panicked about pulling aggro. Alright, so we're gonna go that way. As soon as my potion cooldown is up. Making some bandages. Respect the bandages. And then once I get up the ramp, then I can worry about the last 6 elementals between me and my core fragment. FYI, if you smelt dark iron ore, you can do that here too, and this is also a shortcut for that. Alright, so here we go. That one was not so bad at all. Alright, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to aggro these guys as I walk past them because it's really too close. And then I'm going to feign and, shockingly, shadow meld. So I need to go across this bridge past these 3 guys and past the next 3 guys who are identical to them. And I'm just basically sort of thinking, do I take an invisibility potion and risk getting too close to them? Or do I call out my pet and sacrifice my pet and run past them and feign and do it all over again? What is the best way? So ultimately I decided that the pet sacrifice would be the best method here, just because I didn't want to risk getting hit by them as I'm running past them, invisibility potion active, and using aspect of the Cheetah. So I'm far enough away from both sets of packs that I can just res my pet, heal up, all that stuff. I need to go to that left-hand area to get the core fragment. So what we're going to do is we're going to send my cat in, and then I'm going to run, ditch left, hope I'm close enough to the core fragment. But it's very important to note that if they see me when I break shadow meld, then it's all over, because there's literally nothing I can do. If I can't loot the core fragment at that distance from them, because maybe I'm not high enough level, this has all been for nothing. So here we go. I feigned a little too early here. I did not get quite close enough to the core fragment, so I'm going to wait for Feign Death to come off of cooldown. I'm going to try to creep around and make sure I don't aggro them, and I didn't. I'm safe. I can get the core fragment, and unfortunately I can't convert my party to raid because I'm not in a party, so I can't just zone into Molten Core and then zone back out and be at the quest giver, Lithos Riftwaker. So what I'm going to do is, after all this time trying not to die, I'm going to strip down so I don't have repairs, and I'm going to die. Because this is, believe it or not, the most expedient way. So running from Thorium Point, I'm just going to run down. I'm going to drop down, I'm going to get my body from BRD, and then I'm going to run back, and I'm going to meet up with Lithos Riftwaker and hand in my quest. Now, like I said, I'm level 57, and I'm a Night Elf Hunter who can feign and who has Shadow Meld. So it's really easy for me to take advantage of all of these game mechanics. You may not be able to do so as easily, but I suspect that level 57, 58, certainly level 60, would have a pretty decent time. So there you go. I hope that was helpful, and thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like.